Alright, so for this recipe we're going to need elbow macaroni, some fresh tomatoes, cucumbers, mayonnaise. I've got a large bowl ready to mix it all up in, and I've got a large pot of water on the stove heating up to bring to a boil. That should come to boil pretty soon. And so I'm going to go ahead and get the ingredients ready and we'll get on with the project. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut the tomatoes up. I went ahead and cut out the hard centers and that can be in the center of the tomatoes. So we're just going to slice these up into nice pieces. I cut them 4 times across, and then I'm going to go down the middle into the bowl. There's no real measurement here, it's just how much of the tomato and the cucumber that you like. But you definitely want them big and chunky. My mother used to fix this. Well, I can remember even when she was really young. I don't remember where she got the recipe or anything like that, but it became a favorite of ours. Especially, like I said, during the summer, because it's a nice cold salad. Not something you can make up real quickly, have ready. Not unless you've got really, really cold water out of your tap. And here in Arizona, that's just in the summertime, just about basically, even in the wintertime, basically impossible. Alright, so I've got all the tomatoes. I'm going to go ahead and start on the cucumbers. And I'm going to go ahead and peel those, and I'll be right back. Alrighty, so I've got the cucumbers peeled. I'm going to slice them down the middle. And then I'm going to slice them into quarters down the middle. And then, give me just a moment here. And then I'm going to just slice them in about 1/4 inch chunks to go into the bowl. Don't have to be accurate, just be as just get them cut up. That's the important thing. Sorry. Down the middle. These look like good crisp cucumbers, which is unusual here in Arizona to get from the market. Most of our cucumbers are very rubbery. I can remember just having this as a meal in itself as a kid when my mother would fix it. So, alright, so we've got, I'm going to mix these up a bit. We've got cucumbers and tomatoes in the bowl. And that's waiting, and now the next step is to get the macaroni cooked. We want it cooked until it's very soft. And in other words, not al dente. We want it pretty soft, but not mushy. So I'm going to go ahead and do that here, and we'll proceed. Okay, everyone, so the pasta is done, so I'm going to bring it over here and drain it in the sink. There we go. Alrighty. Scrape what's left in the bottom here. And yes, I use my sink for working in. It's clean, it's been sanitized. So I'm just going to rinse this macaroni in as cold as water as I can get. Try to cool it down and stop it from cooking. Probably do this about 3 times. Now I guess if I was smart, I would have had the sink ready with ice cold water. Put ice cubes in here, but I don't have that many ice cube trays. So that's not really an option. And I'm not going to buy a bag of ice every time I want to make this. So alrighty. Alright, that's first rinse. I'm going to drain the sink. And we'll start over. This also gets a lot of the starch off of the macaroni. Alright. I miss my dear mother. She passed away in 2006 here in Tucson, Arizona. Rather suddenly. As much as I miss her, I'm glad that she went sudden and there wasn't a lot of suffering. So oh, those are feeling nice and cool now. It'll only take a couple rinses now. Okay. All right. Let the sink drain again. We're going to try to get as much water out of these elbow macaroni as possible. You know, they got those little holes that fill up with water, so a good shaking helps some of that water to be released. Alrighty. Sorry about that. I had to let my dog in. Alrighty. So I'm going to add the macaroni to the bowl. There we go. And we're just going to give it a quick stir to get all those cucumbers and tomatoes mixed up here. And there we go. We've got all the cucumbers and the tomatoes mixed up. And now, the fun part. We are going to add the mayonnaise. And my only hint for you here will be add a little at a time. You can always add more mayonnaise, but you can't take it out. So we're going to start with a good scoop, and that's it. Let's see what we do. We're going to mix that in. Now, my mother also did a variation of this from time to time with, once the noodles are ready and cooled off, she put them in a bowl and she would add a can or two of tuna that's out of the can that she had flaked with a fork. So she'd put the tuna in here, and then a bag of thawed frozen peas. And so it would be a different type of pasta salad, and that one is very good as well. All right, so we've got enough of the mayonnaise. I'm going to pause so I can turn the camera around. And here we go, people. That's it. Cucumbers, tomatoes, and mayonnaise. We will put this in a different bowl, put it in the fridge to chill a while, and it'll be so good. And such good flavors. You get the tomato flavor, and you get the crispness of the cucumbers, and of course the mayo. You can't go wrong with the mayo. And the noodles. Alright, that's it for Mom's macaroni salad. Again, later today we'll try to do a video on making the banana bread. Have a good afternoon. Bye.